Whenever you come across this tarot reading, there is someone, the more they look, the more they're confused. We have spying, social network, information, and ways, escaping, avoiding, blocking, or pushing away. And then confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. And then conflict over here. All right, so we're going to dive deeper into this reading today. You could be absolutely any zodiac sign. The reading is general and timeless as always. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, anything else, you can check out the box below and the pinned comment. There is someone in your life here. Let's see. Oh, we got boundaries with this person in your life, okay? Okay, here it goes. There's someone in your life. What they don't realize is that you are being protected from them. Here's the thing. They're trying to figure you out. Spying, social network, information, and ways. A tarot reading, Akashic Records on you, right? Like, not that they're doing to Akashic Records, but like Akashic Records, tarot, divination, looking through social media, asking the people around them about you. There is someone here. What they don't realize, it's like they're getting all the signs to not go left, and they're going left, you know? We have confusion here. Sometimes when people are confused, it can be your protection, where there's somebody that does not see you here, but here's the thing. They're trying so hard to see what they cannot and maybe are just not ready to see. You have boundaries here. No. Drawing the line, enough. Spying, escaping, confusion. This is the energy of someone that wants to come forward towards you. But at the same time, it's like they're avoiding, blocking, pushing you away. They're very confused by you. But what they also don't realize is you're actually being protected from them. All right, so let's dive deeper. What do we have for the collective today? What do we have for the collective on spying, blocking, confusion, and boundaries? You know this person. This could be someone that's watching you from the past. But it's interesting, the harder they watch you, the harder that they try to figure you out, like they're confused. And yeah, this person is not realizing that you are protected from them. It's like look at that, confession, oh, twin flames. For some of you, we got twin flame energy here. It doesn't have to be, but we have twin flame energy. And telepathy, okay? And it doesn't have to be. But confessions, twin flame here. Is it your twin flame? I hope not. I hope you don't have to go through that with your twin flame. But, yeah, that somebody, you know them from the past. You have not spoken to them in some time. And here's the key thing in this reading. We have finality, where like it's done. When somebody's looking for information, but they already have their idea made up, right? I do not like the collective, and I just want to see what they're up to. So now they're more confused than when they were like thinking about you. That's what I'm seeing in this reading. Let's dive a little bit deeper here. Okay, you definitely know this person. But they're running from you. They're blocking you. They're pushing you away. Now, it could be family, okay? For some of you, this could be your own family that's kind of watching you. It's interesting here, this person, but it might be a family member. It says feeling safe, making a home, starting a family, security. And then we have chasing over here. Pursuit, toxicity, resilience. I see what this is, though. There's somebody that's only triggering themselves by watching your content, by trying to look for you, by trying to find out information on you, and that's why you're protected. They're triggering themselves regarding you. And so it's a toxic chase here, chasing and then family, where it could be family. It's interesting here that says feeling safe. So if this person has an idea about you already, and they're trying to watch you through multiple, like whatever, maybe social media. It says social network information and ways. They have ways of finding out things about you. This is someone, and that's the key thing in this reading. This person's nervous system, they don't feel safe inside themselves. When somebody doesn't feel safe within themselves, they always go out to attack. This is someone, why are you protected from this person? Although this person may say that it's you or think that it's you. This is someone that's in the root of fear. I often see this, and just to remember to read the legal disclaimer. Never, any tarot reader on any channel is never a substitution for medical, financial, legal advice, all of those different things. I want to mention something here. Someone who, in general, is a nervous person, someone who has a lot of anxiety, someone who does not feel safe within themselves. And there's the term victimizer that's coming to mind. The victim and the victimizer. This person does not realize that they're actually the one who's like, can cause you maybe any hurt, right? Like this person maybe is wondering about you. We're going to see how they feel about you, by the way. Somebody's trying to get information on you through all different ways, social media, people, etc. But you're being protected from them because there's someone who's actually in the root of fear. Why do we have chasing and then family here? Why do we have chasing, family, toxicity? Oh, I gotta tell y'all, we got security, family established. But with the thing of security, right? Feeling secure. For some of you, your own family, actually, because we have family twice, is like trying to look you up, is trying to get information on you, thinking different things about you. Your family can heal themselves. Because what I'm seeing is this is actually kind of like a spiritual attack. Why? You're not doing anything. It's the kind of thing of, I'm going to give this example. Say someone has say PTSD of the color yellow. And you wear yellow every day. Collective, you need to change who you are. You need to change. You need to stop wearing yellow. No, you don't. You do not need to stop wearing yellow. You could set some firm boundaries. And if that person, whatever, right? And this could have to do with things like religion or different opinions and beliefs, right? You may feel unsafe around different opinions and beliefs. The collective does not. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading. We're going to see how they feel about you. This person that's spying, and for the people that are always commenting, I don't know, people are just looking, okay? They want to know about you. This is the collective that you are him, you are her, you are they. Of course they are. That is this collective here. So for the collective, you are them, you are her or him. What do we have here? What do we have here for the collective on? How does this person feel about the collective? For social network spying, this person that is kind of spying on the collective, how does this person feel? How does this person feel about the collective? They don't agree with you. However, they also are looking for something, right? Like say you have a neighbor, right? Say you have a neighbor that I'm just trying to think of something here, has things out on their lawn that you don't want, right? They are looking kind of for trouble, and there's really no other way to say it other than, you're kind of looking for the trouble, right? There's someone here that it's interesting here that we do have a lot about family, and then we do have twin flame energy. So I will say these readings are very general and timeless for all zodiac signs. So this really can be anyone. There is someone though watching you. Is it your twin flame? Because there's someone that's wondering if you're dating multiple people. I'm not gonna lie. We got dating multiple people, meeting up, conflict, clashing, and then ecstasy. That's how they feel about you. Somebody's not happy with how you live your life, okay? And again, there it goes. Justice. This could be as simple as you have a neighbor that lives a completely different life than you. It's a big world. Ma'am, sir, you know. There's somebody that just doesn't like how you live your life, and you're protected from this person. Boundaries, no. You know, where it's just like, I'm just existing. How does the collective feel about this person that's spying on them? How does this person feel about the collective that's spying on them? That's why you're protected. We have love here. You are protected from this person. You have the boundaries. This person is overstepping your boundaries. That's like, say, I don't know. Again, like say somebody has an issue with how you live, and then they keep on. I'm trying to think of an example here though, but you actually have the boundaries. So you're the healthy one in this situation. Say you're a tarot reader and you have like a super Christian like neighbor, right? I have the boundaries of, I'm not overstepping your beliefs, your land, your anything. I'm not overstepping. You're in that energy when it comes to this person. This person, it's interesting though here. It doesn't feel like they've even approached you, but there is somebody that watches you. The more they watch you, the more it confuses them. And what they don't realize is you're being protected. This person is overstepping boundaries. There's no reason for them to keep, you know, we have escape and distance. You're someone that in this situation, you realized, wow, we seem to live very different lives and have very different opinions and beliefs. And so I'm just going to create space. There's no issue. This person has an issue. You don't. You're protected. And that's because in the unseen, what's hidden, right? The secret is that you don't have an issue with this person. This person watches you, looks at you, hears your name, and they get so triggered. And that's a lesson, though, of like, you know, like the poke the bear. Don't go near the bear and poke it, you know? And I don't want to say you're teaching this person that lesson. They're teaching themselves that lesson. I'm going to get one more card before we go to the tarot. How does this person spying on the collective feel about the collective? When I tell you, they are looking you up. They are looking you up. And for some of you, just be careful with this person. Look at that. Only you. And the reason why I say that is this person, they truly get triggered by you. And it's not fair, though, to you of, you know, you don't have to make this person feel safe. Safety is an inside job. And again, it's not even like this person is in your life, etc. So that's where it's just like, I mean, what are you doing, bro? Sir, that ma'am, them, you know, like, what are you doing here? I'm going to be honest here, where it feels like somebody is hurting their own self. They're not, and it's interesting here. Again, there's a term called victimizer. If you're too much, not even too much. When we don't heal and integrate that shadow, right, and take accountability for our own healing, the victim eventually becomes a victimizer. And what I'm seeing here is someone that is like absolutely crushed by you. It says panic attack. And truthfully, though, this is actually a situation where you are protected and they don't feel like you are. However, again, interesting. They feel like it's you, but they're the ones that's doing it. This is the type of person to say, that person gives me anxiety. They're giving me an anxiety attack. The collective actually isn't doing anything. They're just living their life. And you're living your life in a way that somebody here doesn't agree with. But let me tell you, like, you do got to be careful about this person. And here's why. That this is the type of person to, like, even tell people that person, they're not safe. No, you're not even anywhere near that person. You're not doing anything to that person in any time, space, and dimension. Listen, where even in the astral, you're not doing anything to that person. And you're like a super empath, a super lesson here for this person of truthfully, yeah, like to be safe within is an inside job, no matter who it is. And you, though, you're doing the shadow integration here of, I will not be a martyr, I will not self-sacrifice. I am a vessel of love, and in a sense, you will not be manipulated by this person. This person wants you to change who you are so that they can feel safe. And I don't see that. Not that I don't see that happening, but it's completely, I almost want to say ridiculous. It's just maturity. All right, for the collective, let's dive in. What do we have for the collective on? It's a choice, man. It's a choice. This person has a choice. You have a choice. But here's the thing. Ace of Wands. You made the mature decision of, if my life is this triggering, if maybe whatever it may be, right? Maybe you're a tarot reader. Maybe they don't like the color yellow, you wear yellow. For some of you here, it says dating multiple people, conflict, ecstasy. It's interesting that you have twin flame. Is it someone who's kind of watching you from the past? Is it your family? Somebody could be, again, in this reading, it could be anyone. For those of you who maybe have a twin flame or ex watching you, somebody is trying so hard to find clues that do not exist, and they're just trying to fix it to fear, false evidence appearing real. For example, right, if you're dating someone and someone has a fear of being cheated on, they will look for all of those clues to validate their fear. Not necessarily truth. What do we have for the collective today on they are being protected from this person that's spying on them? Why the Two of Wands? For they are being protected from the person that's spying on them. Why the Two of Wands and the Three of Cups? For they are being protected because this is now Ace of Wands. I always see this as your true power. It's a new beginning. It's your ashe, your energy. And then here we have the Hangman. You will not be a sacrifice here. Now, this takes a lot of shadow integration from you. And the reason why is you're not doing anything. You're really not doing anything to this person. Say, for example, even you are a tarot reader, right? Into crystals, into candles and tarot. Say you have a neighbor that's say super Christian. You're not doing anything to them. You are not using their names in anything. You would never. Sorry, Hangman over here. You will not be a sacrifice. You are actually teaching someone, I will not bow down, shift your perspective. Or please, I'm setting the boundary, please. Leave me alone kind of thing. This is actually someone that, well, when you throw a rock first, that's what happens, right? This person is very deluded that they did not throw a rock first. And they did throw the first rock. And it says passivity. This is actually a lesson for you of, nope, I will not be passive. I will not self-sacrifice. You are actually someone that really cares. How does the collective feel about this person? Wow. The card said what the card said. And that's why, while this person feels like you're an enemy, you know, like it's you, this person is dealing with some sort of trauma, right, from the past, whatever it may be. You can hear the music. It is clearly summer is coming. How you feel about the collective, how the collective rather feels about this person. It's interesting, marriage. So it might be family. It may even be, it could be family. It could also be twin flame. It could be anyone. So just take what resonates. When I tell you there is no impure intentions that you have for this person, they will feel silly when they realize the truth. They're looking for the truth, not realizing 10 of Cups, pure white, as if you just washed your clothes in bleach. You have no impure intentions for this person. If this person, again, it could be your dating life, it could be your religious, spiritual, personal beliefs, whatever it is, in this reading, it's kind of like you have to actually own the boundary of, you will not take the projection of their fears. Now, what do we have for the collective on boundaries with this person that is spying on them? Why the Two of Wands? Why the Two of Wands with the Page of Pentacles for boundaries with this person spying on them? You had such pure intentions for this person. Why the Three of Cups for spying? Why the Three of Cups here for boundaries? And this person is spying on the collective. It looks like it's a friend. Why Three of Cups and the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups for this person is spying on the collective? Why the Ace of Wands here for? Why the Ace of Wands here for? The collective has boundaries with this person spying on them. You are in your truth here. Justice, divine order, and balance. Where is the collective's energy in this reading? You know, you're showing up as so honest, nurturing. Queen of Cups with the Four of Swords over here. You know, Four of Swords is also a card of peace, of healing, of sanctuary and tranquility. Now, what do we have for the collective on? How does this person spying on the collective, how do they feel? Ten of Pentacles. The Moon card. You know, this is a hard lesson for you, though, too. Because to be quite honest with you, you are such a loving person. And it's really actually hard for you in this reading of like, oh, I don't know why you feel that way, you know, and I'm willing to talk about it. But this person has just done so much, actually, in every time and space. From their fears, from their anxieties. You haven't done anything that this person has projected upon you, showing proof, validation, finding out the truth. You've done nothing of what this person, you know, of like, oh, they did this. They got all these people against me. They did whatever the frick that they're thinking. Nope. You are pure in the mind, pure in the soul, and you really didn't do what this person thinks that you've done or doing. It says shattered, like this person is shattered. However, they have a big blockage of the third eye. It says fantasy, the Moon card. Ten of Swords. It says instability, anxiety, fear, misunderstanding, subconscious, and insecurity with the Ten of Swords here. If someone's mind is already programmed to be in fear, it's going to be a really hard time for you to shift their perspective. And this is actually someone that they actually have a lesson to learn, though, of feeling safe inside themselves. Nobody's going to come save them. And you cannot control someone else to feel safe. You cannot go tell your neighbor to change who they are. You cannot tell a friend, a family member, anyone to shift their belief or this or that. It is important for us to feel safe in ourselves. Now, why the Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun card? Why the Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun card? Why the Eight of Wands here with the Seven of Swords? It's a choice. I do see you going into solitude here, Hermit card. It's a choice of them. It's a choice of you. And it's interesting here, though, again, you are super mirroring this person. You have choices too, and they do too. I will say here, they have the choice to not do this. Look at how you showed up to this person. Hey, let's increase our abundance. Let's create together. Let's make some joy and fun and success. And what this person does not see is, again, that they're actually the ones that's bringing you a form of negativity or harm, because you're in the ray of truth. You're not hiding anything. All right. And what they're realizing is it's actually them. That is. Okay. And this may come to a resolve over here. Now, what is the advice for the collective on this? Let me reword that actually. What is the advice on the collective of they have boundaries with this person that's spying on them? What is the advice for having boundaries of this person that's spying on them? Why, Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups for having boundaries. You've done the healing work, and you will not do the healing work for other people. Look at that Six of Swords. What they're doing to you, you healed from. And it's your birthright to have boundaries of saying, no, I will not go through that again. I've done my healing. You're someone that, if anything, you do know what it feels like, right? To feel unsafe, this or that. And so you could have compassion and grace for this person while being unwilling to allow them to sacrifice you and to bring you any form of negativity, pain, harm in any time, space, and dimension. When you're falsely accusing someone or saying all these different things, and definitely it's lies here, and it could be very real to them. And I will say in this reading, it is real to them. It does, you're showing up though as actually the one who's in pure intentions. And you're showing this person that there's some healing to do. You have came a long way. And what this reading is saying is no, I will not, absorb the emotions of other people. I will not transmute and alchemize certain energy. I don't have to. I could hold grace and compassion for that. It's actually not, your job to transmute and alchemize this, especially if I'm talking to adults out there. And I hope so. I hope that everyone's over 21, in all of my readings. But what do we have for Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Hangman for advice? What do we have for Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Hangman for advice of this person spying? You're in pure intentions. Emotional intelligence. Okay, and so this is a little bit tricky, this reading. This is someone who may very well be a good person. They need some deep healing. This is a good person who is so much in the root of fear and anxiety, and they do not feel safe within themselves that it could impact people. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading. At least it's impacting you here. Where somebody's attacking you from their trauma, a third eye blockage. You will not sacrifice what you've worked so hard for. You're in the Ten of Cups over here. The Ten of Cups of dream life, of joy. You're someone that you've really done the emotional healing, and you are unwilling, and you won't. You've set the boundary of, I will not absorb that emotional realm. The emotional realm is not necessarily truth. Authenticity, truth is the highest vibration. All right, so that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. Now, what do we have for the collective? The Swan, King or Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. Trust your intuition, understanding that as we heal, and we do have surprise, as we heal, our intuition becomes sharper and sharper. And I do see, you're someone who's been patient. We have transformation over here. And, know, I am seeing that it's been a journey for you. Kind of Knight of Pentacles energy from the oracles. Now, what do we have for the collective on setting a boundary with this person spying on them? We do have Oshun, sweet success over here. Okay, you're going to be very successful in whatever it is that you do, and you are attracting success at this time. You also need to know that you're very protected. What do we have for the collective on this person spying on them? The collective has to set boundaries with this person spying on them. Envy. If you know, you know with the last card, okay? We have envy here. Certain souls can attract, you know, just in general, you're a chosen one, not even certain souls. If your soul light is turned on, it's your simple soul light, your authenticity, all right? That heart space. You do have envy here. So just be mindful of that, okay? You're being very protected from all of this energy. Again, it feels like there's some sort of emotional, mental energy that's being projected towards you. It will not touch you, okay? That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.